Can't hear anything in here.
2 years ago in January, we lost our coach and friend Sean Maloney. He was a legend in the goaltending community, having worked with goaltenders at all levels of the junior, college, and professional ranks. His coaching took him around the country before finally coming back to Pittsburgh and calling Duquesne his home. Sean was a proud Canadian, as he reminded us every year during World Juniors and the Memorial Cup. He had plenty of thoughts about the state of Canadian goaltending that would surely contribute to the Olympics in a few weeks. Sean was one of the best coaches I have ever worked with. His knowledge of the position made him one of the premier goaltending coaches in the country. His ability to connect with his players made him truly special. He always saw the best in others, in his players, his friends, and even the strangers. He had the ability to make everyone around him believe they could take on the world, and time again they proved him right. He was exceptionally selfless, generous, and kind. He struck me as the kind of person who, standing in a foot of snow in the middle of winter, would take his shoes off to give them to someone else that needed them. For years until his health failed him, he would dress up for the holidays, bringing joy to kids during the Christmas season. As one of his
This
former
promo.
players, everyone will please rise. We'll be observing a moment of silence in Sean's memory, followed by a rendition of O Canada and the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
Right on we go. All right, ready to go? Good evening and welcome to the Alpha Ice Complex here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jack Morgan alongside me, Brendan Flato. And tonight, the Duquesne Dukes finish off their conference season with a matchup against the Robert Morris Colonials. It should be a good one here, Brendan. What are the keys for each side? Who are we looking out for on both sides for today's game?
Yeah, so to start out, for who we're looking at for Duquesne, it's Tristan Lloyd, the senior defenseman. He's an alternate captain for this team. He's been huge on defense. That's been one of the keys for Duquesne, was to kind of fix up that defense that has kind of plagued them a little bit early in the season. They have done that this second half, and I credit a lot of that to Tristan Lloyd, who is out there on the ice for the start tonight. And then just a key for Duquesne is to be physical. You know, pretty much all the seating for the playoffs is locked up, but you got a big home crowd. You want to be physical and set the tone.
Certainly what the fans come to see as we're underway in Pittsburgh today. A little Super Bowl Sunday action. We appreciate you being here with us on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel. Duquesne turned over early, getting it back, however, on the kind of treading backwards was Peterson, and now the Dukes defense setting things up with Mooning, chipping it forward to the left side with Flock. Flock has in a precarious spot for the Robert Morris defense. Throws on net, it's saved. First save of the day for the goalie in net today, Caleb McCabe. McCabe had some injury troubles this year, but he's back. Now there's a 2-on-1 for Robert Morris. A good deflection by the Duquesne defense there. That was
Vodian, I think, was back there.
Todian? Yeah, I think it was Ben Todian with a nice play there. That one goes on towards net and is saved, and will be covered for a stoppage of play. 19:06 left to go.
Here's a quick note on Caleb McCabe, the starting goaltender here tonight for Robert Morris. It was Reno Patrick who got the start in their game last night against Kent State. He allowed 6 through 2. Then they brought in McCabe. He was projected to start this game, but after coming in that third, you weren't 100% sure that he was still going to start, but here he is today.
Greasy play there by Marcus Ekdahl, doing whatever he can to make sure there's no odd man rush the other way. Now here come the Dukes in a similar fashion. Lombardo is denied. Nice keep at the line. To no avail, though. It won't end up mattering as Robert Morris slams it down the other end. Icing called off. Retrieved by Liam Mooney. Check that. That's a lie. Marcus Ekdahl. Robert Morris pinching Duquesne back in their own end. With it now is Jared Smith. Tries to tap it up ahead. Robert Morris there on the forecheck. As it will be slammed in by Andrew Finnegan. Towards net, it will be covered. And Nick Gagne, the starting goalie for the Duquesne Dukes, tonight will live to see another day as he holds it for a stoppage. Two early shots for the Dukes. That does not count. That Robert Morris chip in there as a shot, as that probably would have went wide, but Gagne not looking to make any, well, not looking for his team to make any crucial mistakes early on. Nice hit right there by Matthew Friel. Goldan tried to put it between his legs, but Friel was having none of that. Good play there by Ritz to kind of put Robert Morris back on their heels. Chopping away at it there was Mooney. It comes right back to him off after a couple taps of the puck, and now up goes Tristan Lloyd. Lloyd with some speed. His shot is blocked. Blocked by Joey LaGuatra. Olshansky getting after it near the boards there. That is cleared out, but then wrapped right back in by Goldan. He'll go off for a change. So the forwards get a change for Duquesne at the very least. Spinning back with it is Friel. Friel in some trouble. It's deflected by Barger. Barger, the Holy Ghost prep alum. Centered out in front, and a good play by the Robert Morris defense inside that slot to make sure nothing happened. And it will be slammed down the rest of the way to the ice for an icing, and with 16:51 to go, not a bad start for the Duquesne Dukes.
Not bad at all. This is the start that you're looking for. Sometimes they come out first 5 minutes, they're a little bit slow offensively, and they're more pushed back on their heels. Tonight, they are out and attacking. offensively, and it's good to see. This game doesn't mean a ton for seeding, but obviously with a big crowd, this is probably their biggest crowd since the Pitt game. You want to come out here and impress.
So this should be very interesting to see when, not if, but hopefully when Duquesne scores that first goal. It is a teddy bear toss, and as we talked about, there is obviously a lot of excitement from the fans here in attendance. A good amount of attendees here tonight. Duquesne will take an icing, go down the other way. A lot of good student action here for the attendance record, or for the attendance number, and that helps because once Duquesne scores their first goal, it will be thrown onto the ice. And I gotta say, I'm 0 for 1. This is Brendan's first teddy bear toss, and he's looking to succeed here. There's a lot of different ways he can go with the toss. Got the whole ice to work with. That one flinked out of play. I gotta be honest, I don't know how that dude sitting right there to not get not flinch. That came right for his head. Launched right back on the ice, nonchalant. Face-off is won there. Roberts trying to do some damage. And damage he has done this year. High point total for him. He's set career records for points. He's tied heading into this weekend for his career record in goals as a collegiate hockey player with 21. Oh, big hit as George was trying to catch that midair. Ethan George, the junior from Vandergrift, PA, for the Dukes, looking to continue to make his impact as that one deflected out of play. Duquesne, Robert Morris, a lot of knowledge between these two teams. Not too far away from each other. Probably probably see them at the rink a few times. Probably go to the same parties as them even. So you'll have some familiar faces for both sides, you'd have to imagine, as they battle this one out in the finale of the CHMA regular season. It's the last game, second to last game in all of the CHMA, because there is a game on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that was rescheduled.
Yeah, it's West Virginia Mercyhurst from that snowstorm. They had to reschedule that one.
No, that'll make a lot of sense. That snow's still on the ground. But
yeah.
That's another story for another day. Robert Morris with some offensive possession here in the Duke's defensive end, but defense for Duquesne able to get it out. It was at the feet of Ritz. It kind of just went off of his skate. He scurried away from it unknowingly, but Duquesne now forced to work in their own end to try and stop this RMU attack that does have a lot of weapons involved in it. As Goldan gets it over, it's going to be a race for Mooney. He gets to it, he clears it in. And almost kept at the line, and maybe it was, but offsides called. It looks like it was Noah Ritz who was the one part of the guilty party, so in a sense.
Yeah, and you mentioned a lot of these players might know each other with the teams being so close in distance, but a lot of these guys probably also played hockey growing up together, maybe here with the Vengeance or somewhere else, because both teams have a lot of Pittsburgh area guys.
Hey, we saw the Little Flyers and the Vengeance today as we're heading into the arena and setting up, so obviously a lot of that fresh on the mind for us, for sure. But
big win for the Flyers. Big win for the Flyers.
Doesn't happen often. Gotta celebrate it when it happens. There's Barger in that corner, down low. Skate around, throwing it for a first shot. It's saved. A mess down in behind the boards. Pass and a shot towards the net. Saved. Rebound is controlled by RMU for the moment. Still some Duquesne pressure. They're wearing those alternate jerseys just introduced last year. So the fresh jersey, they look good as well. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of the Reds.
Yeah, I am as well. I think we're both kind of on the same page with that.
RMU not too bad either with these jerseys, though. They're kind of a classic, old-looking thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's something to be said about a classical look to a jersey. That stretch pass from Medalla was not able to be made there by Ekdahl. Could be trouble on the other end. fired towards net is blocked off the skate. Lawson Peterson, now that one deflects towards the right corner where Duquesne has the edge. And it'll be chipped up ahead. That's a heck of a chip there by Elijah Young. And now here come the Dukes with Jared Smith. Bad touch on that one, and it leaks out the zone past the blue line. And some miscommunication, but it could lead to a Duquesne chance. Madalo on that right side, cuts towards the center. A nice play there by Finnegan. He will launch it away with one hand. Now here's Lloyd. Back for Mooney. Side pass to Madalo. Nice cut pass to the right. Now here's a shot, and it's saved. Killian Flock with a chance there.
Great look there for Flock, but a better blocker there by Caleb McCabe. Thought we were going to be throwing the teddy bears there, but a
I
great
was getting
save.
ready. It was totally, I got to just reach out here and grab mine. I got mine to the right of me. Here's a shot towards net. No problem for Gagne. Got one request for our cameraman, Will, today, Will McDonald. Patriots fan as well. Once the goal is scored, at a certain point, get it to us. We'll throw ours on camera, ideally. Okay, we'll let the
We'll wait,
first
yeah,
wave
we'll
of
wait,
teddy bears.
yeah.
Now, here's a shot on net. It's saved.
We'll let him go through the line.
Yeah, for sure.
It was last year. It was Madalo who scored that goal. We've seen him get a couple of opportunities.
Yeah.
So, or at least the Duke's trying to set him up with opportunities.
Yeah, and not the worst person to set up with opportunities, given how kind of dangerous he's been as a shot taker in the slot, especially. You've seen over the last few years, at least for me, how successful he is at getting those shots off and like snapshots. Pretty good at putting it in the back of the net. He's looking to do that today, and so are the Dukes. Olshansky on the left side, fired towards the net. It deflects out of play.
Yeah, Madalo, we were just talking about him. Through 27 games, he's got 17 goals, 16 apples, and 33 points. Really impressive senior campaign out of the captain.
Without a doubt, he is one of the higher scoring Dukes in the franchise history with 90 points. 10 away from that 100 mark. Might not get to there unless he has a big couple of games here. A little big CHMA tournament. Duquesne has clinched a spot in the CHMA tournament, so no worries about that. They've also clinched their opponent. That will be Kent State. And in a perfect world, we will be there calling that. That'll be 2 weeks from now.
4 o'clock game on a Friday in Morgantown.
Getaway game for a getaway.
And next weekend, the Dukes will be 2 games set at Toledo, so Madalo can keep climbing that point mark.
Yeah, no doubt. Swim through defenders, but not able to. There's a shot on net. It goes wide. That hit off a stick.
Yeah, I think that was Lombardo.
Lombardo, yeah. The Philadelphia, PA native. Lombardo also a senior on this team. So a lot more young pieces on this team, but still a few beacons of experience that helps out the Dukes in late game scenarios. 10:54 remaining in the first period. Ramp down into the corner. Retrieved by Kohlberg. Back up to the point, Finnegan. His shot is saved with a glove and covered by Gagne.
Nick Gagne from Canada. Spent last season at Canisius. Transferred in. It's his first year with the Dukes here.
A nice impact already as he is going to maybe get some help here from the Dukes. A shot on net by Barger saved.
We've seen Barger get a couple of opportunities here with shots in on McCabe. He's been going for that top corner on the left. Hasn't quite found it yet. The blocker at McCabe has been good. Maybe that's something they saw on the scouting report where they think they can beat him blocker side. But he's been up to task so far.
Pass up ahead is going to be made. Here's Ragnow. Ragnow cuts forward, and it goes wide. A yard sale with his stick as he tries to make that move towards the center. Kept in by Robert Morris. A shot on net. Doesn't quite make it there. Nice deflection, but ends up back on the stick. 4-shot rebound. It goes wide. He fanned on a wraparound attempt. There's a bucket in that left corner. Pass intercepted. This could be dangerous if the Dukes get on it, and they do. Possible 2-on-1. Here's a pass, a shot that's saved, and Medallo fanned on the rebound from the slot. And now racing back up the other end. Breakneck base. Roberich scores. Devin Roberich gets things going for the Colonials. The first goal of the night goes to Robert Morris. It's 1-0.
It's a tough break there for the Dukes. It looked like they had it going the other way. A great save by McCade. The rebound went out towards Medallo. It was just poked past him, and then Robert Morris the other way got the offense going, and they beat Gagne to put it up 1-0.
Tough break there for the Dukes to look to get it back here. Got a nice crowd cheering them on. That puck will be dropped in by Dobransky. Lloyd. Nice move right there by another Duke being Lombardo. Lombardo changed numbers this year. We'll say that's why I keep on forgetting who 24 is. As now here's a nice outlet pass on the right side. Centering shot. It's 8. Rebound. They score! Duquesne scores, and they tied it at 1 and launched the Teddy Bears. Why don't you? We got it this time. We got it. We got it.
Senior year, last Teddy Bear toss, you finally made
Had
it
to
on the
get it.
ice. I'm so proud.
Oh, my God. That would have been, I don't know how I did that last year. Thinking about it now, I don't know how I did it. So Duquesne gets it right back. And we'll have a little lengthy cleanup here, but hey, that's a goal for the Dukes. And I hope Nick got that video. He was talking about all game how he wanted to get that video of the Teddy Bear toss.
Oh, I think he got
walked
it. I think
over
he
to
got
the
it.
left side. I'm like, I really wonder if he caught this. It's an awesome moment, and obviously this is because of the Teddy Bear toss game for Sean Maloney, who
They're
passed
still,
away
they're
a
still
couple
fun.
years ago. Yeah, they are.
All these kids, they were behind the net.
Oh, my
they need to
goodness.
move.
I kind of wonder if there's going to be a Teddy Bear toss on the ice in about 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
That'd be
there's a
pretty funny.
chance. There's a chance.
Who knows? I mean, they're gunning it all over. Here show they're getting the Teddy Bears all over to that side of the bench there. So there's probably a lot of Teddy Bears in that, that corner there.
Get them off towards the locker room.
Yeah. That one is for you, Coach Maloney. I'm sure he's watching from up there, and obviously that's got to be a pretty cool moment for those involved.
I do want to make a note here. My teddy bear went significantly further than yours.
I think it had more aerial power to it.
Mine, yeah, a little
I
bit more
would say
velocity.
that,
A little bit.
yeah.
Mine went past the dot out there in the center.
Yeah, I was pretty impressive, actually.
I mean, my goal was to hit the penalty box. I didn't get it there, but
I mean, that would
close
have been.
enough.
I mean, that would have been brutal. That would have been tough. That would have been pretty impressive if you got there, but that's a lot to ask for on first, maybe next year.
Yeah, next year I'll continue to improve. I have to get a more aerodynamic teddy bear next time.
I try to get you a smaller one.
Yeah,
because
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I look out for my co-commentators. You know, I look out for my commentators, my workers. That one slammed down to left corner where it will be played by Robert Morris. And kept it, the point by Smith, the shot, or rather Finn Moss. The shot went wide, but Duquesne has it towards the slot. Still loose, and now got away. Smith races onto the ice and makes sure he gets a puck away. Smith with some speed goes down, but the puck gets into the Duquesne zone. Golden on the left. He had it taken away for the moment, and now Finnegan has it for the Colonials. That pass was deflected, but it worked out in their favor. Blevins over, shot, blocked. Blocked up high by Smith. And
Jared,
now Duquesne has some numbers.
second time Jared Smith's blocked one today.
That shot on net is saved in between the pads there by McCabe. And that was a dangerous shot to have to block, but it was in the right position. It just started, I just rocketed off that stick rather. And Smith's in the right place there, and he makes another crucial block here in this first period. 7:44 left in it, as the Dukes have tied it up at 1. They allow an opening goal to Devin Rawrich. Who else but Rawrich, basically, and that's going to be offsides. I mean, that was pretty clear. Slowing down on the entry was Caden Johnston. It kind of caught one of his line mates offsides unintentionally. .7:27 remaining. Luke Laverick, the extra skater tonight, was the one who had that one, lost it.
Luke Laverick's never afraid to try and get under somebody's skin out there.
He's valuable, especially as the extra skater, just kind of got a lot of different guys you can get under the skin of on a couple different lines, kind of floating around. There's a chance for the Dukes. So JT Gary, his shot is saved by the outreach glove of McCabe.
You mentioned Devin Rovich for RMU. He's got 21 goals this year, 20 assists, 41 points. He leads the team by 11. Well, now he's got 22 goals. He leads the team by 12 points. The next one is Corbin Rango, who's also had a strong campaign for RMU. But, yeah, Rorish, that's who you got to look out for the Colonials.
Blocked. Kept in. With it is Killian Flock up to the point. Vatodian. Goes right to Moss. Moss's shot is blocked in the slot and kept in by Vatodian, the Dukes. To Vatodian. A ripper, and it goes wide right. Wow, had some speed on it.
Yeah, he got some heat on that one.
Yeah. Finnegan slips it over for Friel. Vatodian pinches in towards that center slot, and it's slapped away. Vatodian, the only one back, but will launch it off the boards. And Duquesne will take the bounce and get it deep. Change upcoming for the Dukes. Moss and Vatodian come off for the defensive pair. Flock using that body to throw it in front. Looking for Medallo, who's not there. As we said, Medallo had the Teddy Bear toss goal last year.
We'll take a look at the shots on goal counter here. 10-8, they favor the Dukes. It's been a common theme this season. The Dukes have definitely been able to get their shots off. Part of that probably the fact that they'll rip it from anywhere.
Nice give and go there. Just didn't pan out, but good idea. Kind of unique and got them an opportunity in the slots. Robert Moore's able to rally, however. Slip pass up the middle to a shrieking George. A lot of contact for him in this one. So this time he was the one dealing it. Lombardo's shot is blocked by George.
Some friendly fire there from the Dukes.
Yep. And that corner gets a little sticky over there. Kind of some holes where the Zamboni comes on. It kind of worked out for the Dukes. That one's almost kept in, but second effort gets it out for Robert Morris. If you're Duquesne, you have to like the brand of hockey you're playing so far. You kind of got screwed over a little bit by not being able to convert on that opportunity, and just on the other end, Robert Morris scores the first goal. Then he come right back at him. It didn't take long. A forecheck for Duquesne is one man in the corner, and that one man doing a good job there in Noah Ritz to continue to apply the pressure. Robert Moore's having a tough time getting it out. We've seen over the years, Duquesne has had teams that has had that same trouble. Golden just barely offsides as he was trying to loop back. 4:29 left to go on the first. What we've seen over the years, I think there has been a couple of Duquesne teams not been a strong suit. And now you have a Duquesne team that's able to force that to other sides. So that is a refreshing thing.
Yeah, this is definitely a Duquesne program that is trending in the right direction. Obviously, a little bit of a struggle there in the first semester, but a really strong second semester. The Dukes are putting themselves in a great position heading into the CHMA playoffs.
Now here are the Dukes trying to defend. It's attacked by Robert Morris, but it's Gagne coming up strong. Not too much of a worry. Struggled away a little bit, but he's able to dive on it with 4:14 left. As now here come the Colonials in their own end. The slot shot is blocked. And ooh, nasty slide, but it was definitely self-inflicted. Duquesne looking to take advantage towards the front of the net. Deflected away by the goalie. Nice job by Moss, take advantage of that fan pass. Duquesne not with numbers in there, but with the momentum and the nice play there by Finnegan, who gets shoved down at the end of it. And a centering pass towards the front. Finnegan, with a ice mark on his pants, is able to get it away, along with the help of his other D pair. Ekdahl flips it around to Medallo. Medallo circles from left to right behind the net. And turn it over. Shot is saved. Still danger. Centering pass blocked. And play blown dead because the net came off. Duquesne dodging a massive bullet there.
Good job, though, by Gagne going post-to-post, covering his angles.
We're taking a look on our laptop. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a disaster. Face off one back. Thrown towards net. Now here come the Dukes with some speed on the other end. Try to slip through one, contacted, and it's cleared away. Peterson trying to make that move, so Robert Morris not exactly looking to give up the finesse. And going down, here's a shot, and it's saved. It's still loose, but they blow it dead. Thankfully for the Dukes, that really could have been that was an easy lane right there. I don't think he ever had it covered.
No, well, it got past him, and then he turned around. He was able to knock it out in front of the goal line with his glove.
That was a miracle.
Yeah, the refs blew the whistle. The puck was just laying in the middle of the crease. Gagne was laying next to it, but he wasn't on top of it.
Sometimes you get some breaks in this game, and Duquesne got one there. That one pitched up towards a slot, and wow, good job. And initially by Dukes to get it away, and the shot goes wide on a ripper from that right side. Moran tries to center it, fanned on it. Here come the Dukes up the right side. Moving with it is Lombardo. Lombardo over to his right. The shot from Georgia goes wide. Retrieved Lombardo inside now at the top of the point. There's Moss. He's somehow able to keep it in after his shot got blocked. Kept by Lombardo, kind of baseball batted forward. Battle leaves it at the top of the point with Moss. And it's cleared away. That was LaGuatra who cleared it away, but it's going to be an icing. 2:01 remaining in this eventful first period.
Eventful to say the least. Robert Morris got on the board first, but then it was Duquesne responding quickly, and then the teddy bear toss ensued. We're now 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the first. Still tied at 1.
That one is pitched down to that left end where Duquesne was able to hold it, but Army player did go down. Ritz in that corner with no help, but he somehow gets it away. Here's a shot. It was blocked in the Rebound attempt. Olshansky just out of his reach. A nice play there by Smith to pinch forward, but he wasn't able to get to it, and that could be danger up on the right side. Getting around one defender, centering pass. Nothing to be done there. Now here come the Dukes, racing up the other way with Alex Goldan. On the right side, Goldan, his shot is blocked. And with 1:10 remaining, Duquesne and RMU looking for one last punch to be thrown in this first period.
Yeah, they were looking for Roberts there. Coming down on the far side through the slot. They just couldn't find him, but got to mark Roberts. He's the top scorer for this RMU team. You got to know where he is on the ice at all times.
He's got one already. That one banked off the boards and no icing as it just kind of died towards the end there. A nice pass, and here come the Dukes. They're moving. Here's Medallo. Medallo cuts, shot, goes wide. And Captain at the point. This could be helpful for the Dukes. And that pass is blocked. And Lloyd will handle it with 40 seconds to go. And that's moved into the zone creatively by Peterson. Peterson had lost it. Wasn't able to be held at the point by Flock. Duquesne will have to get back and defend. Give a couple of attempts to poke it away, but eventually RMU able to break through on the right side. Fake shot, drop back. Moran lost it. 7 seconds to go. Medallo fires it on net. It's blocked. Another shot goes wide. And that will do it for the first period of action tonight between Duquesne and RMU on Super Bowl Sunday, final CHMA game of the regular season. We'll take a quick break. We'll get you your intermission report coming up right after this. You're watching Duquesne Hockey on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Alpha Ice Complex. I'm here with Brendan Flato, the first intermission with Duquesne, with a tie here against Robert Morris in what has been a back and forth first intermission or first period of play. Duquesne did not get that first goal. They had a really good chance on one end, but Robert Morris able to rebound on the other end, just kind of a breakneck speed for about a minute and a half there that ended with a Robert Morris goal. Devin Rarich, he has a lot of them on the year. He now has another part of that Robert Morris attack that is really, really dangerous. But Duquesne does get one back in the form of a rebound goal from Ethan George. The Teddy Bears went flying. Brendan hit a shot. I hit my shot. That first period, Brendan, what did you see from Duquesne?
Yeah, so they started much faster than they normally do in the first period. Usually the first 5 minutes, it's a little slow. Not today. They didn't get a goal in the first 5, but they were definitely getting their shots on goal, whether that was from the blue line, from the slot. They were all over the ice. And then Robert Morris as well. This first period, I think, really just showed how close these two teams are. We saw in that first game it was close. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. This first period, 11 to 11 shots on goal, 1-1 on the score. Just shows how close together these teams are. They're close in the standings, and they're close out on the ice.
Absolutely, and Duquesne coming off of a kind of a rougher loss last night. RMU as well, that's a tough loss that they took in the form of West Virginia. Correct?
Yeah, they had Kent State last night.
Oh, yeah, Kent State. Well, that's a little preview of what Duquesne will be facing in the second round, or in the first round of the CHMA playoffs. But when you're coming off a game like that, especially on the road, you have to come back on Saturday. You get that day off, which is not something Duquesne usually gets, or any CHMA team gets. When you look at the schedule, this is the second to last CHMA game of the season. It's very rare they have a Friday and a Sunday split for a weekend. So Duquesne gets that rest. When you talk about how they played in that game, and you come back here on a special day like this, the Teddy Bear Toss, for a team's mindset, that has to be pretty refreshing that you're able to kind of put that into pass and get a day off, right?
Yeah, that John Carroll game was tough for the Dukes, but being able to get that day off, kind of reset mentally, recover a little bit, and being able to come back out here in front of a packed house here at the Alpha Ice Complex, it's got to be very big for the team's confidence and everything in that area of the game. But yeah, it's been a great game so far. I'm looking forward to these next two periods because this game's definitely going to come down to the wire.
Absolutely. I think this might be the first time I have done, or first time we've done an on-air hit between me and Brendan with our faces during intermission. So, hey, this is, I am the person who's been behind the mic for 4 years now. I'm Jack Morgan. This is my last regular season game. So,
yeah, last game here.
Sorry it took this long to see me. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back right after this. You're watching Duquesne Hockey on the Duquesne YouTube channel, 1-1 at intermission. We'll be back with the second period right after this. Welcome back, Duquesne and Robert Morris here today from the Alpha Ice Complex. And as second period gets underway here, Brendan, it's been a nice rebound to the season for not just Duquesne, but for Robert Morris as well.
Yeah, leading into that first matchup with RMU, RMU was 1-9 on the season with its lone win coming in the second game of a 2-game set against Temple University in Philadelphia. But we talked about how close together these teams are. In that first game, it was a 4-3 win for Robert Morris. It was 3-3 until the 18:30 mark of the third period. That's when RMU scored the game-winning goal. But since that game, RMU is 9-7, so they've really rebounded since that game. They've got 10 wins on the season, and 9 of them came after that first matchup with Duquesne.
Good stuff there, Brendan, as Duquesne looking to reverse sides here. They were going this way in the first period. Now Robert Morris is. Here's a deflection, goes high off the top glass. Blevins over for Ragnow. Duquesne able to get to that puck, not able to get it out, and this could be trouble. Here's a shot, it goes off the bar. And now the other way come Duquesne.
RMU got some heat on that last shot.
Yeah, they did. This close, this could be a possible 2-on-1. Blevins getting on his horse, a shot saved by Gagne. The rebound off the bar again. Off the crossbar.
Rovers thought he had it there on the rebound attempt. Just put it off the bar.
Off the pipe. As now here come the Dukes. Looking to counterattack that one high.
Gagne is going to be thanking his crossbar and his posts here.
Yeah, all the above.
He did make an exceptional save on that first attempt, though.
That
going across.
It's a cross crease right there. A cross crease save. George hard in that left corner. Able to get to it. Can't get it around Crivelli. And Crivelli turns it away. And here comes that pass a slot. And it was a reverse pass from the slot, but it was right to an Army defender who would have only had one to beat. That one slammed in, and Duquesne will move it up the other end with the defenseman Jared Smith. Smith drops back. Lombardo shot blocked. Up in the air, Robert Morris has possession at the moment. They'll get to open space with Finnegan with it. Getting away from Goldan and over towards Hurley. That shot towards net goes wide right by Young. Here's another one that doesn't make it on net, goes off the right boards. Here's Smith again for Duquesne. Will get it out thanks to the help of Goldan. Flipped towards the middle. It's caught. Ritz drops back. Shot. Saved. Rebound. Slide to the right. Young takes down Goldan. No penalty called. There's another shot, and no problem for Gagne with the waffle. Oh, Duquesne. Precarious there, Lloyd in his own end, but it'll be gone away and into the Duquesne zone. A shot on net is saved. And keeping a shot by Mooney, goes wide to the right. Cleared away. And Robert Morris would have been offsides there. That was LaGuatra, who was almost the guilty party. Now moved in by the Dukes. Drop back, no one there. And Colonials not able to really break away too much. And a high stick played by the Duquesne defenseman Ben Vitodian. And play will be stopped with 15:59 to go here in the second period. Just 4 minutes gone, but pretty even thus far. That one gotten out of the zone by Dukes, and now a 3-on-1. The pass for the shot, and
He saved it.
Wow, what a save. The net comes flying off, but somehow, some way, Duquesne stays off the scoreboard for a second time.
3-on-1. It was a good setup by Duquesne. A little tic-tac-toe, and then McCabe stood his ground. That was something else with Barger barreling down on him.
Barger was looking for his first goal of the game, and he's had a couple chances. Barger back for Vitodian. Vitodian dumps it in. Blevins moves it in. Blevins gets around one, can't get around two, and it will be covered for a stoppage in play. Back out to the board for a shot. That goes wide. That's some power on it. As it will be bumped up ahead for Madalo. Madalo on the left side. Throws it towards net, goes wide. Jumped up for the puck there, Madalo did, and he got it. He'll dump it in, and he'll be retrieved by Peterson with two Colonials on him. Not able to do much after that. Tallow flying to the board to close off that pass. Jared Smith with some nice stick handling there, and same to Peterson. Peterson finds himself in the slot for a shot that goes high. Duquesne finding some open air here once they get into the zone. Not hitting the net though. I'm sure that has a drive coach Wait crazy. That one almost hit the net at one time. Pass for Dallo that he fanned on. And under the stick almost. To a sense, Mooney gets it in. It is just going to stay in. Banked off the top half of that glass. And now with some speed comes Dobransky. Dobransky gets it in.
Some good offensive pressure there for the Dukes on that last rush. They didn't get too many pucks on net, but they definitely controlled the puck well and had their chances.
Yeah, for sure. Duquesne and Robert Morris would not meet again unless they both meet in the championship game of the CHMA tournament. Play blown dead with 13:32 to go in the second period. IUP and John Carroll have both completed their games in CHMA play. Robert Morris and Duquesne will do so today.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the playoffs and the scenarios during the second intermission, but John Carroll, they've just been on a tear recently. They won 8-2 in both of their games this weekend against Duquesne and then West Virginia on the road the next day. They'll be the 2 seed. I don't know that I hate being the 6 seed if you're Duquesne, because that means that you wouldn't have to play John Carroll until the championship. I'd rather play IUP at this point.
Good hockey. And now Duquesne, if they can get there, it could be a 2-on-1. Mostly 2-on-2 until he breaks free for a shot, and it's covered with the pads. And this could get it a little out of. Oh, okay. Wow. So Ethan George just kind of tapped it in. Duquesne will say it's innocent, and the Colonials will say that is malicious. Either way, a couple of pushing and shoving. Well, pushing and shoving will lead to things being broken up. It's something to monitor as we go along here in this game.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the refs are taking anybody over to the penalty box, which is good to see. Sometimes anytime there's like a little bit of a scuffle like that, they just send everybody to the box. Not the case here. Most of the officials are the same.
I don't know how, after watching it, I don't know how they don't send Connor Moran to the box.
Well,
Number one, right in the slot. He gave a cross check, and then he gave 2 cross checks out to the play. What a save by McCabe. gave a 3 cross checks, though. I don't know how one of them didn't. Heck of a save again there by McCabe, but I think they were going to call something. They could have called bats.
Now
They
it
don't,
does.
though. There's a little jawing. We're really back in action. That was Lloyd and Finnegan as they went to the bench.
It's about this time every game when the intensity starts to heat up. 1-1 game.
You can usually count on it.
Now, it is interesting to know that they didn't send anybody, so if this continues to progress into more pushing and shoving, it'll be interesting to see what is the mark that will send you to the box.
Where's the line in the sand being drawn? Blocked by the Dukes and Ekdahl. Moving up is Goldan trying to get around one. He does. Around 2 with a shot, and it's saved with the shoulders by McCabe. Maybe even the pecs. Using the body irregardless to keep that one out.
Jack, we were talking about it a little bit before the game. Duquesne switched up their lines a little bit from previous games, trying to maybe spark something after the loss to John Carroll.
Yeah, I think when you lose by that total, you might want to switch things up. It's not the worst idea. That one saved and covered. We'll see if anything comes of this in that left corner. And he flopped.
Judging by the reaction, though, I
goodness.
think there's gonna be some people headed to the box here. Oh, maybe not.
I think I'm pretty sure that one was a flop.
I am as well, but you
see
never
it?
know.
Oh well, I'll replay this one for Brendan over here. Watch this. Watch on it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I was like, wait a second.
He's headed to Broadway.
Hey, man. Oh man, that was. Matthew Friel sold it well. I will say that. In terms of a sell job, it almost landed his team a power play. It doesn't. We're stay 5-on-5. 12:08 remaining. Centering pass turned away. Oh, big hit. Intensity up a notch here. Behind the between the legs pass from behind. Oh, Madalo goes down. Young. I think someone skates. I think Young and Madalo skates were like tangled together. Madalo was like holding on, but then he was just like, wait, I can't get up. Young really, wow. Young is just back checking guys without even trying over here. Elijah Young. Oh my God, that was awesome. I mean, good. That's a good sign for Robert Morris. So winning the battle here physically. When you're able to do that, you might cause some frustration. That'll be offsides, and Duquesne will get their change. And if you're the refs, I mean, you might have to start thinking about calling something soon to keep this game in check. But it's a fine line like we were talking about earlier. They got to draw in the sand at some point, you'd have to imagine.
Yeah, no, I mean, generally I'm in favor of chaos. So I like what we're seeing out on the ice, but definitely
Generally, including today?
Yep.
All right, that's a good sign.
The intensity is definitely ramping up out here.
That's the way to do it.
These are two rivals here in the CHMA. They've played closely in the first game. They're playing closely again tonight. You love to see it.
There's a one-goal game last time they faced off, with Robert Morris collecting the victory. 3-on-2 developing for the Colonials. There's a shot on net. It's blocked by Lloyd. While Robert Morris is winning the physical battle with the hits, the other part of the physicality has been blocking shots, and Duquesne winning that by a wide margin so far. Lombardo trying to go one-on-one. He gets the puck in that battle. Now here's Ethan George. George's shot is saved and play blown dead. I think they're going to get a penalty on that one.
Yeah, Lombardo.
Yep.
Cross-check.
So Lombardo goes to the box. Like we talked about, Robert Morris winning the physical battle matters because it could end up causing Duquesne to take some silly penalties.
And that's one thing that's been sort of a kryptonite for Duquesne is they will take penalties. They took a bunch against John Carroll. I believe they had 4, and one of them was a 10-minute. So Duquesne has to keep their composure here, not take dumb penalties that can hurt them here in a close game.
Here's Finnegan at the point, and over to the left side, back into the point. Finnegan. It's a power play here for Robert Morris. Allen thrown towards net, and it will go wide. And wow, I think there might be something. I think it's going to be a penalty. I'll be a penalty on Robert Morris. I think they're going to get him for cross-checking the goalie. That's at least what the ref yelled.
He took down Gagne.
I think that would, unless they just said it without following. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it didn't look intentional, though. It didn't look intentional.
I think
I'm fine with a no call here.
No, yeah, I don't mind it either. I think as now here's a racing shot. It goes wide. Whoa. Oh, and there you go. Duquesne has woken up in the form of Finn Moss. As watch out, that goes right into the stands and out of play.
Wow.
They started smiling like they're impressed with how far it went, and then they're like, oh my God, it's towards us. But I heard the referee say cross check. I think a lot of people heard the ref say cross check, and they didn't take anyone off. I think I was more so what I was questioning there for a second. Did not catch that cross check, but usually when a ref calls a cross check and the goalie's down, you put two things together, but not there, I guess. Only maybe one thing.
That ref, I think he's done every single one of these games this year.
Really?
Yeah, I recognize him.
He's a CHMA enthusiast without a stick.
He probably does a lot of Robert Morris's games, too.
Yeah, Bobby Moe. Now some space for a shot. It's saved and covered. No problem. That's going to cause an ire of the Dukes, who were trying to protect their goalie.
Yeah,
and
Jason Tucker just took him down there.
Well, Jason Tucker said that he got too close, and he dealt a price to Connor Moran, who was also shaking up on this end. If you remember, he was the one who dealt a couple of cross checks I referenced. So they do take off. So they do end up taking off Tucker. That's a silly penalty to take there if you're Duquesne.
Yeah, there's another one.
That hurts.
Still got 1:03 to go on the other one. So 5-on-3 for a minute and 3 seconds.
1-1 game, 9:22 remaining.
You can't do that.
No, you cannot. It's a power play for Robert Morris. It's kept at the line by Rarich. He's got one so far in this game.
I'm all for sticking up for the goalie. I think it's necessary in most circumstances, but you got to do it in a way that's going to keep you on the ice.
Shot blocked. Finnegan over to Rarich. Finnegan, Rarich. They're playing tag, and now the shot on net is saved. Rebound, they score! Connor Moran stirring it up on both ends of the ice, and the Colonials take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, big goal there for RMU. You knew it was only a matter of time before on the 5-on-3 they were going to strike. They're too good of a team to give them those opportunities. They'll have another power play here, and hopefully the Dukes can kill this one, but it's silly penalties that cost the Dukes a goal right there.
So 2-1 in favor of the Robert Morris Colonials, looking to finish off their season strong. And they have a chance to score a third. The shot on net shot towards net goes wide. They still have a power play for 1:12. This one, the Jason Tucker penalty for unsportsmanlike. Cross crease pass, nothing there. In the slot, it's retrieved by Finnegan. Good job by Medallo. He gets it out. Lombardo will dump it in. Duquesne penalty kill. So 45 more seconds. Wow, that was a risky line change. They got lucky. That was a centering pass. In front, it was kicked wide. Oh, it's a soccer goal.
Yeah, I don't know if that one would have counted.
Not sure it would have either, but in the moment it would have been a soccer goal. That one goes wide. Chiaramonte up to Finnegan. Here's a shot, and it's in. They score. Not sure if it goes to Chiaramonte or Finnegan. Either way, it's 3-1 Colonials.
Looks like Morin, that might be a hat trick for him. He was first through he'd scored the last 2 goals for RMU. But no, Rorich had the first one.
Yeah, Rorich
had the first one. But 2 goals for Morin here. He's been stirring the pot, and now he's got 2 power play goals to put RMU up 3-1.
So that was quick, and just another example of how bad things can go when you're not careful after plays and taking silly penalties. That has hurt Duquesne, and it is a killer, a twin killer here. Twin killer in every sense of the word. That will be leaked all the way down the other end where Duquesne will try and they got to get a couple goals back here. Start with one. The shot on net is saved. The rebound squirts into the back end of the nets. And it's cleared away. And Todian's got to get there. He will. Lloyd gets there as well. It's cleared away and then slapped right back in. Robert Morse is getting a change. Moran on, who he will go after Lloyd. Moran has 2 goals, the last 2 goals in this game. That's a bad bounce. It doesn't favor Duquesne now. Here comes Moran.
Good check there by Goldan.
No doubt. Bouncing puck. Played pretty well by Peterson, and that could be a slash.
No arms up. No arms up.
Duquesne will be happy that there's no arm up. Or any at all, as we sink under 6 minutes to go in the second period. Duquesne and RMU tonight from Alpha Ice Complex, right before the Super Bowl. Super Bowl predictions, Brendan?
Seahawks are gonna blow them out.
I don't have as much faith in the Patriots, but I'm up for a good one. I mean, I think anyone with no real skin in the game, they want a good game, but I'd like the Seahawks. If my life depended on it, I'd have to take them.
Well, the Patriots almost lost to Jarrett Stidham. If it wasn't a snow globe, I think the Broncos would have won.
That's a scary thing. They really could have as well. Here's a centering pass out in front. The shot, and it's saved. An incredible save, point blank. But it's still kept in by the Dukes. And here is where Duquesne would really like to push one through in the final 5 minutes. They gave up 2 straight in about a minute and a half. And they're going to get some help of a power play. Arm is up. That's going to be a trip. So with 4:46 to go here in the second period, Duquesne will be going on a power play.
2 power plays so far for Robert Morris. They've scored on both of them. Now with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the second period, the Dukes will get there first. The power play has really looked strong for the Dukes of late. They'll send out Ritz, Olshansky, Goldan, Moss, and Ekdahl out here on the first line of the power play. Expect Tucker, Medallo, Lombardo, and Mooney and Lloyd to come out second.
1:56 to go here on this power play. 4:40 in the first period. That shot is blocked out towards the slot, but it's kept by Moss. Here's Goldan.
Finn Moss never afraid to let him rip from the blue line. We've seen it a couple times already today.
We'll see if he does it here. And this play there by Goldan. Duke's looking to take advantage of maybe some disorganization that resulted of Robert Morris sending 2 down to get that puck. Look at it back, and they'll reset. Over for Goldan. Nice cross-ice pass, and it's saved. He kind of fanned on it. However, he got it towards net. It was just kind of a floater up high.
Yeah, it almost worked out for him. Almost a little knuckleball that got past McCabe, but Ekdahl, he's played a little bit of forward and defense for the Dukes, mostly defense, but we have seen him up at the left wing a couple times this season. He played professional hockey last season in Sweden. This is his first year of college hockey here with the Dukes.
Metallo pass over, not there, but it'll be fired towards net. This could be dangerous, and Metallo does get back to it. 1:08 remaining. That took a wild carom off the glass. And Duquesne save guys on, shot saved. Or rather, not save guys on. Metallo's still on, but Lloyd enters as now the point of this power play. That was Flock who had that shot attempt. 41 seconds remaining on the power play. This would be a big kill if they could pull this one off. At the point now. Back from Metallo, in front shot, saved. Not pushed away far enough though. Flock has it. Over to Metallo. Metallo fires towards that, it's saved. Rebound, they score! Duquesne's right back in it.
I believe that was Lombardo who got out in front. Yes, it was Lombardo. On the doorstep, that puck kind of rebounded right into his stick. He finds the puck, puts it right past McCabe, and the Dukes have drawn one goal closer.
Hardy on fifth for the Dukes. The second time tonight. No teddy bears, so not as long of a cleanup. That will not be icing, just a game of inches, and now they score again. Right back at it. It's Devin Rarich has 2 tonight. And all that work from the Dukes goes away in an instant.
We've talked about it. You got to mark Rarich. Again, he was able to create some space for himself, got to the slot, got the puck, and put it past Gagne, who tried to go post to post. And right when you think the Dukes have gained back some momentum, they had the puck in the offensive zone for a while. They got the goal, and then right the other way within 30 seconds, Robert Morris puts themselves back up 2.
Bouncer towards net, and it tried to cover it. It was Gagne, but Colonial forecheck came flying in. That shot saved. 2.5 remaining here in this second period. Duquesne down by 2. Not out of it yet. They're down 1 just not too long ago, but a response there by Devin Rarich. So Rarich and Moran, 2 goals apiece. Allen fired and blocked. Also check, I do wonder if, I guess I'll get to it in a second, towards the slot, a shot, he fanned on it. Not fired, he fanned on it. The shot is saved. Again, it was fanned on, then leaked over to Lloyd, who did get that shot off, but no problem for McCabe. But I do wonder, because I thought for a second they could have called Finnegan to get that goal, because it leaked from Gagne's pads and in. I thought there was a chance that it could have went to Andrew Finnegan, but we'll see. Either way, the impact that Moran has had on this game has been monumental, especially in the second period. He has been a key reason why these Colonials have a 4-2 lead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he had the 2 power play goals, but it's kind of the stuff that's off the score sheet that I think's been impressive from him. He kind of got into it with some of the Dukes, was maybe trying to get under their skin. The Dukes picked up 2 sort of retaliation penalties, and then it was 2 power play goals, and then obviously this last one that have really hurt the Dukes.
Scoop save right there by Gagne, and it will slow things down with 1:44 left. Quick shot off the draw. It's saved. I came very close. We have an expanded crew today for our broadcast, and shout out Will McDonald back at it again with Duquesne Hockey. We appreciate him being here. As a shot on net, it's saved. Also have DSTV royalty here in Nick Fernball. He's here with us today, helping out. He gave a double thumbs up. Puck's still in the zone if Duquesne is able to play it. They are. Here's a shot. It's saved with 1:03 remaining in the second period.
We had the legendary Don Ma here earlier.
Yeah, we did. We did. Him and his wife. Great to see them come by. And if we had any problems, I'm sure we would have fixed it because Don Ma fixes everything.
Well, we have had some issues with the Wi-Fi here today.
Yeah, no, yes. And I don't think that's something you can. If there's something with the software, I'm sure software would have been fixed. There's been issues with the Wi-Fi, and we will say that is our apologies. However, at the same time,
it's out of our control.
It is out of our control. I know it's upsetting, but it's not something we can control on a consistent basis. Especially because it got a good crowd today. And that, while it is great, they all use the Wi-Fi at the same time, and you get that. So, got a couple times to cut out. We almost cut out too long for a Duquesne goal. It was the second goal of the game. That was close. It's on a power play. I'm like, oh my goodness. 20 seconds remaining.
And we had a full 30-minute pregame show that we recorded for the broadcast. And unfortunately, it didn't get up live on the broadcast before the game, but it will be posted on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it. Jack and I sat down in the Duquesne TV studio. Knocked out a 30-minute pregame show for you also.
If it still interests you, it will be up here. It will be up on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel.
And possibly on some Instagram outlets.
Yep, that's a goal as well. Here's a move set there by Blevin that he couldn't quite pull off. He would have had to go across the crease. God, Finnegan went flying at that Duquesne Duke. As there's a shot that goes wide, and that will do it for the second period. High intensity here. I'm making sounds I didn't know I could make. Second period officially at its end, and Duquesne, while they did get another one, they allowed 3. They allowed 2 unanswered to make it 3-1. Come back with a goal to cut the lead to just 1, but then a quick response from Devin Rarich makes it a 4-2 lead for the Colonials. We'll take a quick break and come back with the intermission report. All right, welcome back here, Duquesne and Robert Morse. 4-2 RMU at intermission. Jack Morgan alongside me, Brendan Flato, and second intermission. This is our scheduled time. We're going to bring you some standings and some results from around the CHMA on the final weekend of college hockey Mid America in this 2025-26 season. Brendan.
Yeah, so RMU is currently 59th in the nation and 5th in the CHMA. And Duquesne is currently 61st in the nation. They've dropped back 6 points from last weekend. And they are 6th in the CHMA. We'll take a look at the standings up on our screen right now. IUP in first place. John Carroll second. And this is all before last night's play. So this is heading into this weekend. Obviously, the standings are the same. The points on your screen are a little bit different because the games took place this weekend, but IUP number 1, John Carroll number 2. They've looked like the top team in this college hockey Mid America division.
Sure.
Kent State, West Virginia, and then Robert Morris, Duquesne, and Mercyhurst. They're eliminated. They got the 7th. They'll miss the playoffs. But as we kind of look at this, we're going to head to the playoff bracket now. We'll get that up on your screen. This will be the playoff bracket for the CHMA up in Morgantown. But when you look at John Carroll's the number 2 seed, the best team in this conference ahead of IUP. IUP has obviously played great. Has played great here. They've played great all season. They were number 4 in the country for a reason. But John Carroll, just of late, they've really turned it on. They're going to be tough. They're blowing everybody out right now. Duquesne actually handed them one of their losses right here at the Alpha Ice Complex.
Yeah, they did.
Back then, you would have never seen John Carroll really turning into the team that they are. They are the defending champions of the CHMA, so you had to expect it partially. But then as we look at the first round matchups, it will be Friday the 20th at 4 p.m. in Morgantown, West Virginia, Duquesne versus Kent State. That'll be the matchup that probably most people tuned in here will care about. But the other one is RMU 7 p.m. against West Virginia. That will be a very interesting matchup. I think if you're Duquesne, out of the two options, Kent State was probably the lesser of two evils that you could face because Duquesne has really not fared well against West Virginia this season. It's been a tough go at it against West Virginia. Obviously, we saw last weekend 10-1. That's a tough one, but I think you'd rather play Kent State, but it's a lesser of two evils.
No, absolutely. It's not exactly it's pick your poison as well. It's another good way to put it. I mean, both teams have been really good so far this year, and as we talked about, John Carroll is really not exactly pouring it on, but they're coming on strong as they head to the back half of the season, and that's very dangerous for any team to face, even though Duquesne has dealt them their one of the more recent losses on this season, that they don't have many. So certainly going to be a lot to monitor here.
Yeah, 1 of 3 losses.
Yeah, good Lord. Lord knows. Duquesne has had a lot more than 3 losses, but they have had enough wins in CHMA play to get them into the playoffs. So they're looking to make a third period comeback here, 4-2, your scoreline. We'll get back to you with the third period of action here from Alpha Ice Complex today, right after this. Here we go. Third period of action between Duquesne and Robert Morris. Jack Morgan alongside me is Brendan Flato. Got a couple of friends here. We got Will McDonald doing camera and Nick Fernbaugh, who almost fell on the steps to our far left. Just getting some camera stuff for the College of Liberal Arts. The shot towards net. They score! That might have even come off a deflection of Robert Morris. Either way, Duquesne has cut it to 1.
Killian Flock.
How about it?
He's playing up on the top line here tonight. And he gets a goal there. May have been deflected. It looked like it may have been redirected there, but nonetheless, Killian Flock draws the Dukes within 1.
Final game for me being called at the Alpha Ice Complex. It'd be nice to see Duquesne win, but they gotta get another 2 because Robert Morris goes right back at it for the second time in as many situations.
Gavin
and just
Cervelli.
like that,
We've seen it twice now. Right when the
Cervelli
Dukes
scores.
score.
Wow. How about that?
Right when the Dukes score, you think that they're going to gain some momentum. They came out hot to start here in the third period, and right the other way, Robert Morris responds to make it a 2-goal game again. Wow. We're only 26 seconds into this one.
Duquesne has allowed the second most goals in CHMA play with 64 in just 11 games. The puck will be kept in. Robert Morris, Duquesne doing a good job getting it out the zone. Possible 3-on-2. Here's Goldan. Goldan towards net, saved and covered by McCabe.
Let's take a look at the scores around the CHMA from this weekend. Friday, February 6th, Duquesne traveled to John Carroll and lost 8-2. Mercyhurst traveled to Kent State and lost 9-0. And West Virginia traveled to IUP, and West Virginia won that one 3-2. Then on Saturday, February 7th, John Carroll traveled to West Virginia, and John Carroll took them an 8-2 win, same score as their game against Duquesne on Friday night. And then IUP at Mercyhurst, IUP handled business, winning 8-4. And then the final game last night, senior night for Robert Morris over in Moon Township. Kent State took it to him 9-6.
And now here's a breakaway on the other end. Can he convert? It's saved. Peterson denied by McCabe.
Peterson opted for the shot there, went with a wrist shot instead of trying to do a couple dangles there in front of the net, and McCabe denied him. It's a couple of breakaway saves for McCabe so far today.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's been on. He's been on when they've really needed him. That one's going to trickle in. Powerful enough that it ends up in the back of the net.
It's a hat trick.
I believe that's a hat trick for
Connor
Moran.
Connor Moran gets a hat trick. Gagne got the glove to it, couldn't secure it with the glove. We'll see a goalie change here for Duquesne.
We'll also make sure that Moran gets that puck. And brought over by the captain Finnegan to the head coach. They made sure to save that puck for Connor Moran. A hat trick. The Moon Township native, his senior, senior for Robert Morris. We just talked about their senior night. A final senior moment, a senior send-off for Moran.
Now we've got Ethan Senzening in net for Duquesne. He'll replace Nick Gagne.
There's a shot on net. It's saved and covered. And here's where stuff might get a little out of hand. It might get a little more physical. Duquesne down on the scoreboard. A lot of work to be done, but the frustration mounting and mounting and mounting.
That was Jared Smith in there for Duquesne.
Some guy sitting near us thought that was ridiculous. That there was no penalty, so
The line
whatever
in the
he
sand.
says. Yeah, the line in the sand has clearly been drawn by this man. Well, in fairness, it's not the only time I've heard that. I'm sure I've said lines like that watching my brother's youth hockey games over the years. Not going to judge because I don't want myself judged. Or youth hockey and hockey in general, man. I don't think there's many more sports that can get your blood to boil like the game of hockey does. Here's Lombardo. He got some space. A shot saved. Rebound. Saved again.
McCabe is on one tonight, Jack.
That is another amazing save by McCabe, covering so much ground in so little time.
Last night, McCabe came in for the third period to replace Reno Patrick, who allowed 6 through the first 2. Then McCabe came in. He allowed 3 in the third, but he played well overall. It was a Kent State team that got a lot of shots on net and was really ramping up the offensive pressure all night against Robert Morris on their senior night last night. But McCabe has certainly looked good here tonight against the Dukes. He's turned away 34 shots on goal.
Oh, now here's a shot towards net, and it's looked like kind of went wide there. Not much of a threat. A lot of it is just McCabe, really good presence in the nets and being able to be where he needs to be when the shot comes in. As that one rolls to the right side, it's kept by Mooney. Moving with his Flock. Flock stops. Back up to Mooney. Mooney has his shot blocked. It was, oh boy. Odalo, maybe a little shove after the whistle. I just kind of heard the sound of a stick flying down to the ground.
Yeah, Friel's been getting into it a little bit
over,
here.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, Matthew Friel, the freshman defenseman from Mentor, Ohio. I don't know my Ohio geography.
Just to say, have you ever been to Mentor, Ohio?
I have not. I've been to Youngstown.
There we go.
The furthest in Ohio I've been to the last 3 years, that one is saved again by McCabe. Broken record saying it, but McCabe now with 35 saves. I have been to, I guess me and Nick have been to Akron in our Duquesne careers, respectively. I have been to Cincinnati. I think that qualifies as the furthest, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never been to Ohio, but I'm going 3 times this spring. We've got 3 away trips for baseball in Ohio. We go Youngstown State, John Carroll, and Cleveland State.
That's an interesting selection
of
teams to play.
Yeah, we got all 3 of them on the road, too. It's nice.
It should be a lot of fun. Robert Moore's having a lot of fun today, them and their fans. You have to imagine. They have a decent amount of fans here today who are watching the action go down.
Maybe some watching on the broadcast, too.
Yeah. If you are, then hello. Jack Morgan, Brendan Flato here calling the action for you. We hope you're enjoying. RMU and Dukes fans alike, a 2-on-1 spin pass shot saved by Sensenig, and play will be stopped.
Great pad save there by Sensenig. Fresh onto the ice, there's his first action. He got tested there, but he stood his ground. One more thing on that baseball schedule, and then we'll move on. I do appreciate that 2 of our away series are against Robert Morris and who's the other one? Carnegie Mellon. So I do appreciate that those road games aren't that far.
There you go.
Nice
Maybe,
little 10-minute drive.
You might catch DSTV doing some of those games. Here's
Hopefully.
Goldan trying to slip through. Shot on net, goes wide. Centering pass out in front, Goldan. Who's out left side. Using the centering pass in front. The shot is fanned on. It was kind of an awkward spot for Goldan. have to turn and fire, but it wasn't even a turn and fire. He had to slide a bit forward to fire, and he was not able to. Young gets a change for Robert Morris, and the Dukes move it up ahead with Olshansky. Olshansky's shot is saved. Rebound still loose, in front, and it is out to the slot for a shot. Turn center, and another save.
Caleb McCabe, take a bow.
Wow. Caleb McCabe on his head down there.
How did they not score?
What a save. What a save with a S in parentheses.
The ref almost got killed by Ekdal's shot.
That,
He's going in there to try and see. When the puck gets covered, all of a sudden it
run.
squirts out to Ekdal, and he missed wide left and almost took out the ref.
There's about 10 people almost got killed by that shot.
Just let one rip.
Why not?
Got to spark something. The Dukes lead at shots on goals by 11,
Yeah.
too.
It doesn't feel like Duquesne is really down in this one by 3, but they are, and that's
unfortunate.
it is. It's the best way to put it.
Well, unfortunate if you're a Dukes fan.
Yeah, no doubt.
Colonials will be pretty happy with this one.
Colonial's happy with the results, but here's Madalo on the left side, centering pass, still loose in the slot, and it's batted away by a collection of sticks. A chorus of sticks, if you might. Kept in by Flock. Moss turns and fires, and of course McCabe with a flashy save. It fits in with all the prior ones in this period. 7 minutes gone, still 6-3 Robert Morris.
Yeah, the Dukes breaking in McCabe's glove today.
Yeah, wonder if it's new.
He's had a fair share of spectacular glove saves here. He's turned away 39 shots on goal.
And now this could be danger up the other end. Luckily for the Dukes, Lloyd is back. And we get a chance to turn up ice. Or check, doesn't get a chance there. RMU handling that one pretty well. Crivelli in front. Karam's wide. Another one close. That one up in the back of the net. However, they are able to get that stoppage with 12:23 to go. They got tight there.
Yeah, great job by Ethan Sensening there to stretch out the pad and cover the post. Another good opportunity for Robert Morris. Sensening got the start in the John Carroll game. He was pulled eventually in favor of Colin Thurnow, who we saw here last time we broadcasted that game versus Mercyhurst, right here at the Alpha Ice Complex. A note on Thurnow, him and defenseman Liam Mooney both played together at Neshaminy High School outside of Philadelphia last season. They're both freshmen here.
Well, how about that?
Thurnow, a perfect 2-0 on the season in his rookie season here as a Duquesne Duke. And Mooney as well has played very strong on that top line of defense, paired with Tristan Lloyd for most of the season.
Here's a slapper, and it's blocked. What a block there by Dobransky. Body to the... Body safe to be danged. Now on fire towards net, goes wide. There's Golden. Hanging on to it, fire shot is blocked. Well, racing down there will be Rawrich. Going out to play it was Sensenig. Up to the point, it's Finnegan. Takes it and rips it, and it's in! A deflection goal in front, a good screen, and a good deflection by Ragnow. And it's 7-3 RMU. They're pouring it on here tonight.
Yeah, Corbin Ragnow, another strong player here for RMU. He's on the board now here with 11:02 to go in the third. And RMU might have just put this one away.
I think it could qualify as being put away. Fourth goal added to the deficit for Duquesne to have to overcome in 11 minutes. It would probably start with scoring in the next two if you want to mount
You
a
get one any
four-goal
chance.
comeback. It's something that Duquesne has made me do in terms of doing math here for some of these deficits. Got to get one early, and also watching Flyers hockey. But
Yeah,
I think life experience with Flyers hockey is what really does it.
It's a nice Olympic break. We needed it.
I needed it for my mental sanity watching that team. They're having some troubles, that's for sure. Maybe they'll figure something out. And when I mean something, I mean anything that makes the team a fun watch.
Yeah, Jack and I
Brock
both from
Besser,
Philadelphia. What?
Brock Besser, probably. I mean, that would make it fun. Who knows?
The Flyers have a lot of issues. That might not be relevant to the broadcast
It might
here.
not. It might not be Fix or Besser, ironically. Would it make it fun, though? I don't know. Face
It's
off
okay.
on the right side.
Gavin McKenna's going to drop to us in the draft, and he'll be the savior. Just
Well,
like Meachkoff was
I
supposed to
mean,
be.
I don't know now. I think after that.
Yeah, I think his draft stock went up.
I thought it was down for a moment until the full story came out as Robert Morris moving up with some speed. Brendan's right though. Both of us from the area.
You're from
Alpha
over near
area.
Neshaminy High School where
Yeah, in
Durnow and Mooney played.
yes, yeah. My high school, my alma mater, Counts Rock North. They played Pennsbury and Neshaminy plenty of times. Always fielded good hockey teams. They'd always usually had teams in the Flyers Cup, and that's, if you're not familiar, that's the premier cup in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, I think the Penguins also have one, and then the winners play for the state championship.
Yes.
Sort of like the state playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, Holy Ghost Prep has had that opportunity a couple times. Barger, I believe, had that opportunity when he was in school.
Yeah, I think Medallo played in the Flyers Cup as well with LaSalle,
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah. LaSalle was in there.
Oh,
And this
boy.
could get out of hand. Watch out here. Possible. Refs letting him go. I think, I don't know. How do you score that one? I think maybe a takedown. I think a possible sneaky takedown by Olshansky. He
Yeah,
had
some
him around the
wrestling.
neck, but he also ended on the ground, so that's something to note. I'm not sure if they'll give him 2 or 5. I mean,
The Quattro sent it to the box for Robert Morris. Peterson for Duquesne.
I think it wouldn't be shocking if you threw them all. You threw them both outs. I mean, 5 minutes,
Yep.
a 4-goal game.
Oh, 2 minutes.
It wouldn't be shocking.
They're just minor penalties.
All
The
right, so
refs have. This is way different than they usually officiate these games. They're letting them play tonight.
yeah,
I like it. This is
I
way
think
better
they're
than
in
seeing
a,
10-minute misconducts all
they're
over
in
the
a
ice.
physical mood with the Super Bowl Sunday, the Super Bowl upcoming at 6:30. You know, they're.
4 on
I
4.
mean, they're ready. They don't want anything. You know, they don't want to have
They
to
don't have
have
to
any
fill out
long
that paperwork. Yeah.
That's true. They don't want any long breaks. You know, they want to get the guys out of here to watch some football. They might crack some cold ones.
Yeah, you're 21.
Yeah, I can say that legally. I ironically can. It's not the same for my partner Brendan, but he'll get there one day. He's just a freshman, so a lot of for those,
A lot of Duquesne hockey games in my
yeah,
future.
I was gonna say. Ironically, I really do. You know, love the future here for Duquesne hockey on air. So it's good. It's a good thing. But coming to my final 8.5 here at Alpha Ice Complex on the call. So
Hopefully, we'll have the game next, I guess,
maybe
2
one
weeks.
more shot. It's saved again by McCabe. And that is a distinct possibility. We'll hear more about the calling information for that game.
Hopefully, we'll have it right here for you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Got to work some things
I'm
out.
not 100% sure what the West Virginia plan
Yeah.
is with whether they are calling out.
Who knows if they have their own people? We'll figure it out for you all. You'll be notified if we're calling the game.
Be notified in due time. Shot on net goes wide. A minute remaining.
If
on the
not,
power
you'll have to tune into ESPN Plus this spring to hear more Jack.
Yeah. Got some lacrosse games also, if it's a save by Sensenig. You're interested in Akron tumbling. I got probably 3 of those. Got a handful of those.
I think
calls.
Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Thursday, you're on ESPN Plus for
Yeah.
Acro. I'll be on camera.
Hey.
I'm doing a couple
think
of the
it's a lot
lacrosse
of-
games this year, though.
Oh yeah,
On
I
color,
saw
yeah.
that. I'm excited, man. I think Brendan, our camera guy, will a lot of brightness in their future here in their Duquesne careers. There's a shot on net, and that might have hit off the crossbar.
I think that got the post, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that did.
Took a
Yeah,
weird
more
bounce off the
specifically
post. Although, the way it bounced off, you might have been right that hit the crossbar. Maybe up towards that corner.
I heard something that wasn't
definitely
a
heard the
goalie
ring, yeah.
equipment. Yeah. 7.5 remaining.
.15 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey.
Nothing too much doing in there. Wow, that was fire towards net. I don't think McCabe was ready. He ends up making the play, however. He hasn't let anything pass him in this third period. By the way, that goes down as a shot. I don't think it is a shot, but it went down as a shot. So we'll call it a shot and say that McCabe now has 45 saves. He's going to get the 50. Good Lord.
Puck on net, shot in my book.
Good Lord.
Out of the boxes, here are it's Peterson and LaQuatra. They'll skate
Had
directly
more
to the
of an
benches.
MMA bouts.
If you
I
can
don't
call
think
it
there was
that.
yeah, that's a little wrestling.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Centering pass in front, they score. Alex Goldan off the dish from Marcus Ekdahl, and Duquesne cuts it to 3 with 6:45 to go.
Yeah, great setup there from Ekdahl to find Goldan on the doorstep. He put it past McCabe. 3-goal game. Maybe we'll see Sensening get pulled here at some point now that it's back to a 3-goal game. Maybe.
He'll stay in. Sensenig will stay in. Dallas, PA native. Not to be confused with Dallas, Texas.
Misericordia University. It's the only thing I know about Dallas, PA.
Oh, boy, and a chance on the other end that almost happened for a third time, and as many opportunities where Duquesne has scored. And within about 20 seconds, Robert Morris goes down and scored again. I would have to say that would be the first time I've ever seen anything like that if it happened a third time. The save was made by Sensenig.
Well, we're now past that 30-second mark, so it can't happen now. We're good.
It's
We're good.
all right now.
We've got a whistle. We're good. The streak's over.
I will say, though, Misericordia is where my mom had went to college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she spent a lot of time down there. She said there's not much down there.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's up in the northeast part of PA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere up there.
Yeah, I appreciate the finer things, the smaller towns.
They've got a nice lake. I think there's a lake out there in
They
Dallas.
do.
Yeah.
They don't have much, but they have a lake. There's a shot, a wraparound attempt, and somehow hanging on was McCabe.
I wonder
However, I shouldn't say somehow anymore because it's not shocking.
I wonder if the lake is frozen like the Allegheny River.
I think everything in this orbit of Pennsylvania is frozen right now. That'll be a penalty on Robert Morris. So hold on just a second here. 5.5 left. If Duquesne's able to score, they could cut it to 2.
Yeah, score quickly here. You've got a chance. Obviously, if you go the whole 2 minutes on this power play without a goal, it's going to be tough to come back. But here's Robert Morris giving him a chance. Giving him a chance.
That they are.
We're
49
approaching almost
shots.
50 shots on goal for,
Yeah.
you mentioned 49. Duquesne's getting their shots. Just Caleb McCabe having a day.
That he is. That's a low one-time shot is not going to make it there. Flock went down after taking that shot. Golden not on the ice. However, he has been on the power play unit, so said his name. Might be saying it again here as we roll on with his power play. A minute and a half remaining. Kept at the line by Madallo. Dallo on the left side. Down low for Lloyd. Dallo QBing this power play currently. That puck will stay in thanks to the speed of Flock, but it's right back out. A minute 13 to go. Cruising on the left side is Moss. Whiffed on the pass, and it's cleared once more with 1:03 left.
Under a minute to go on the power play here. The Dukes probably going to have to speed up the offense here. Time is of the essence, especially here on the power play.
Well, hurry up offense, if you may. That one ends up going towards net. It was saved real quick by McCabe. Up to the point, Moss. As he circles to his right side, that is Goldan. Goldan looking, still looking down. Back to where Goldan had started was Ekdahl. Ekdahl has it. Creeps out from behind the net. Up to the point, it's Moss. Moss, couple of skates, and the shot is saved. Still with it, Ekdahl. 13 seconds remain on the power play. Moss, over one time, saved again by McCabe. 5 seconds ago. Power play is over. Fire towards net, and it's denied again. And the stick goes flying.
I believe that was Olshansky's.
Yes, it was. Empty net for Duquesne. As with 3:18 to go, that is probably your final remaining card that you're kind of able to play here in this one. Duquesne needs 3. They're down 7-4.
Looks like Duquesne's going to call a timeout here.
So timeout by Duquesne with 3:18 left in the third period.
Talk some things over.
Might as well. So 7-4, 3:18 left in the third period. The shots, once again, Duquesne out shooting them by 16. Now, I think a couple of them were interesting. I thought the one that was errant pass from Robert Morris to their goalie, McCabe, that went down as a save. So I'm not 100% sure what the genuine shots on goal are. There's a lot of them, though. I do know you can't really make up 16 shots in a game. I think there's certainly an advantage for Duquesne, and it's a considerable one, but on the other side of things, RMU has a considerable advantage on the scoreboard, so they'll take that advantage all day, every day of the week.
We saw against Mercyhurst, at least in the beginning, Duquesne was dominating the shots on goal. Mercyhurst was winning the game. Obviously, that turned around, and Duquesne won at 4-2, but a lot more shots on goal, a lot more offensive zone possession time for Duquesne. They just haven't been able to get the right shots. A lot of the shots have been on McCabe, but also McCabe has made some tremendous saves to keep his team in it here. Next weekend, the Dukes will look to rebound against Toledo, their final 2 games before the playoffs. I think most teams in the CHMA are taking that weekend off, but Duquesne will be in action, as there's icing, against Toledo, up at Toledo, which I believe is also in Ohio.
.311 remaining, and still an empty net. Cleared away. Pressure by the sticks of the Colonials in their own end. Not end up not end up forcing any mistakes from Duquesne. Medalla with a ripper off the mask. And still a save. Matter how you slice it.
February 20th at 4 p.m. will be
Yep.
the Duke's first playoff game.
Yep.
Hope Gas Pavilion, Morgantown, West Virginia.
House of horrors for Duquesne this year.
Yeah.
That was evident last year, so.
Yeah, they didn't
Lord.
fare as well against West Virginia in the playoffs last year either.
No, not very well. They hope that maybe they'll end up getting to the championship. They'll have a chance on it against them. Who knows? That's all that matters here going forward. And that's going to lead to an empty netter on the other end. Final goal of the season at Alpha Ice Complex for Duquesne ACHA hockey is a Colonials goal.
Warwich again, is that 3 for him?
Yeah.
So two hat
trick-
tricks.
2 hat tricks tonight for Rorich and
Yep, there goes the puck.
Moran. That's
Good
crazy.
for them.
That's incredible. Well done by the Colonials tonight. They came in and they took care of business. Straightforward, as best as you can put it. They did what they needed to come away with a victory. Fired towards net, it's blocked. Barger with that shot attempt. Now in front, a firing shot goes off the stick of a Colonial, and it's cleared away. There's a shot on net, it's saved by Kirkevold.
Some of the fans starting to head for the exits here at the Alpha Ice Complex. But again, a great crowd for the teddy bear toss today.
Agreed.
That was
Well,
a
you know
cool
what?
moment.
The teddy bear toss was awesome because it also tied the game.
Yep.
It was a good moment.
Oh, this was a great game during the first period.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty evenly contested. I thought a couple moments got away from the Dukes. I don't think it's unfair to say that some penalties definitely hurt them.
Those penalties were self-inflicted wounds. Like those you just can't make those mistakes.
Cross-checking hurts, and then in front of the nets, committed a penalty. But listen, Moran was stirring the pot. They got Duquesne off their game. So a good hit there by Moss. Was brought up ahead. The shot saved with the right pad. And now fired in front. It's deflected high. Centering pass. No, it goes out towards the right, and it's off the post.
Noah Ritz had the look there.
I mean, it had a pretty open look, and the shot was all right. It just didn't go where it needed to go. 50 seconds ago, under a minute in less than a minute to go now in this third period. So a lot of hope for Duquesne heading into this one, that maybe they would be able to get one more win at home for the season and give the Teddy Bear Toss fans a win to go away with. However, not the case tonight, and that's such is hockey. Not able to, it's not scripted. It's live action hockey, and Duquesne got beat at it physically tonight. You could say, I think a lot of the Robert Morris physicality threw them off their game in that second period, and I think that was part of the turning points in this game. Shot on net, it goes wide. Now racing wraparound. Nothing there. 13 seconds left. 11 and 10. That puck might stay in the corner for the rest of this one. Nope, it goes out into the slot. One more shot for the road. It goes wide, and that will do it. That's how Robert Morris wraps up their season. They do it in emphatic fashion, a 8-4 victory tonight over the Duquesne Dukes in the annual Teddy Bear Toss game. And a lot to be hopeful for if you are Robert Morris.
Yeah, Robert Morris, this is a good win to build some momentum going into the CHMA playoffs in Morgantown, West Virginia for Duquesne. You would have hoped to put on a little bit of a better showing in front of your home, as we welcome you into the booth here, in front of your home
welcome in.
crowd in a big game for them. The Teddy Bear Toss, obviously a game that they wanted to win, but good news for the Dukes. They've got Toledo next weekend on the road. You can build some momentum there in that game and hopefully carry that into the CHMA playoffs, where they will meet the Kent State Golden Flash, who they're 0-2 against this season. Tough one on Halloween in the first one. That really was all Kent State in that one. But then game 2, Duquesne was in it for a little bit. But then Kent State eventually pulled away here at the Alpha Ice Complex 2 weeks ago.
So Duquesne loses this one 8-4, the final score tonight. And a couple of good performances from Robert, who had a hat trick, as well as Moran. So a double hat trick for the RMU Colonials tonight. Their fans and their team go home happy, and it's not a far drive to Moon Township. So they'll be looking for a fun run in the playoffs, and so will the Dukes, who dropped to 10-18-1. They finished the season with 9 points in the CHMA. It's good enough to get that 6th seed, so in 2 weeks, they will be taking on Kent State after they finish up their season with Toledo on the road this next weekend. However, that is the end of the road for us in the regular season here from Alpha Ice Complex. End of the road for me, personally, as a Duquesne hockey broadcaster at home, at least, for the Alpha Ice Complex. Could be the end if we're not able to do West Virginia. Either way, I want to say thank you all for watching. Brendan Flato, I'm Jack Morgan. I'm saying so long. And your final score here tonight, RMU 8, Duquesne 2. Have a good Super Bowl Sunday, everyone.